Hi, I'm Josh Bowmar with Bowmar Bowhunting, and I'm so excited to bring you guys along on the story of Stacked. He's a giant 7x5 typical and by far the largest typical I've ever hunted. You know, 2021 is going to go down in history as the hardest year I've ever worked for deer. You know, in years past, I've been no stranger to putting in the hours, but this year was on a whole other level. I spent many days and nights working 18 to 20 hours on the farm, literally in the dark, prepping my farms to get them ready for this deer season. You know, and also staying in hotels at night just to be closer to the farm so I can work longer hours on the farms. I mean, we're talking insane amount of time in prep work. And I want to take you guys along on that side of it just so you can really appreciate the hunt in its entirety.
Well, I'd say we're stuck pretty bad, but I think the big old tractor's gonna get us pulled out. She is all right, please work. Come on, baby. Nice. We had to get logs, fence posts. We got it out. Hopefully that's not $20,000 of damage coming out of there, but we got it free. Another food plot done. A lot of work. It's June and we got all the grain in, so everything's good. We got all the beans, all the corn, and now I'm just starting to prep fall plots. Basically, I just don't want the weeds to get so tall that a lot of guys make this mistake where they'll let the weeds get tall and then, you know, 2-3 weeks before they go in, then they mow it all, and then you have all that thatch laying on top. It doesn't have time to decay, so, and then their stuff doesn't do as well. So cut it all down now, then, you know, in a couple weeks we'll spray it, and then a couple weeks after that we'll till it up, make it look really great, and then we'll plant it. We'll have great fall plots. So this is where we are. It's 2021. It's exciting. Cameras are just now getting out, seeing what the heck's roaming around the old farms. Hopefully we got a big giant to chase. Well, another long day on the farm, another night in a hotel. You know, this is a side that you guys don't see. You know, you guys see the big bucks coming in and we shooting the big deer and everyone's hooting and hollering and all excited, but you guys don't get to see the sacrifices, the time away from the family, everything else, getting ready for those moments. And I thought I'd share with you guys the little behind the scenes. You know, it's unfortunate some of our farms are, you know, a couple hours from our house, so I can't afford to drive all the way back to the house, then get up and turn around and be back out here at daylight. So I spent the night in a hotel. Well guys, today is super special. I have Grandpa Bowmar and my dad with me helping set up the plots. We're only a couple days out from deer season here in Missouri, and we are getting everything ready to rock and roll. So I'm getting a little late to the party with scrapes and everything just because I was in Africa, but we're at every one of our food plots. We're gonna go to every one of our food plots today, put in scrapes, do the whole shebang, and Grandpa and Dad are helping me pick it out. And I think we got Grandpa's approval. All right. Grandpa approves. It's gonna be good now. So excited for you guys to see what hits this scrape. Oh, just finished another long day on the farm, and honestly, I am so pumped for this fall. I literally cannot wait. You know, whether we have an awesome, successful fall or a total bust, I know without a shadow of doubt, I physically could not have worked harder for this season. So hopefully we have a ton of success. I know if we're gonna reap what we sow, we've sowed a ton this spring and this summer for this fall. So hopefully it pays off big for us.
You know, I heard someone say one time, you kill your deer in the off season, but you show up and shoot them in the fall. And you know, that statement couldn't be more true. And now that all that prep work is done, let's hop in the blind for the first sit of the season.
Well, guys, I could not be more excited than right now, and that is sitting in the deer blind for the first time of 2021. It's pretty awesome. We're on the deer I call stacked. He's a monster, 7x5 typical, which is pretty cool. And old mature buck, we're hoping to get on him. He's been pretty nomadic. He's actually never daylighted in this food plot before, which really isn't encouraging, but he does come here pretty frequently, usually at least, you know, every day to every other day. He doesn't hit it every day, just middle of the night, late night. But the food plot's not doing great. As you guys can tell, there's a lot of dirt behind us, but there's still enough green here to where they're still coming for now. But we got a monster rain in yesterday. I mean, monsoon level rains, and then we have a cold front now, so that everything is perfect for deer movement tonight. And a tip that you guys can take away from this hunt is a great time to kill a big buck is right after a big rain, especially that day after it stops raining or the next day, because they go and freshen up all of their scrapes. So he has hit some scrapes here, but he doesn't frequent them enough to where I feel like he's owning the scrapes. So we still got a chance though. I don't know. I mean, we'll find out. But man, you can kill big deer right after a big rain when they come and freshen up all their scrapes. So we're kind of hoping he does that in this plot. We'll see. Everyone always waits until they daylight to start hunting them. I like to be here when they break daylight, so we're hoping that happens tonight. Let's see how it unfolds. Wind's decent, wind's not great. It's kind of blowing like this, so he'll have a crosswind if he comes into the plot, which will be good. As you guys can see, the windows are disgusting. I didn't have time to clean them this year before we got the blind set up, and I didn't want Windex smelling in the blind, so we didn't clean the windows. I kind of wish that I did after looking through them, but we'll hopefully be opening one up to shoot a big giant buck. Let's see if Stack shows up. Oh, guys, that is the first deer of 2021. We had some turkeys come into the plot, which was nice. And then now the first deer eating in the beans, way out of bow range, but still pretty awesome. I'm getting nervous, and it's a doe. It's pretty exciting, guys. Oh man, I'm happy to bring you guys along on the hunt. I hope you're enjoying it. Some does coming into the block, guys. It's exciting. They're not smelling us, which is always a plus. There's another one. Oh man, I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. What's wrong with me? Here comes another doe. It's so cool she's in my screen. That's so cool. I literally made that screen yesterday. That is so wild. It was already just a little being used, but then I went real hog wild with it. She's just going to town in that screen. That is so cool. Yeah, scrapes are like a deer's telephone, you know, they kind of show up, communicate, rub their senses, and move on. There's a buck. It's a big 8, it's a big white 8. Man, stack hangs out with that buck a lot. We still got a lot of legal light left, like 20 minutes. At least. Which is good. But I mean, they can't be chilling and eating in the beans for long. We're never gonna get our chance. Oh man, come on, where's your buddy? It's the 8, yeah. It's the 8, but he's got that freaking stacked. It gotta be somewhere close, man. Yeah, it's kind of sketchy. It's a buck. It's not him. Oh my god, it's a small buck. I've had a heart attack. These deer are running. Where? To my right. Hey, that's it. Oh, there's another buck. Dude, there's a bunch of bucks. I think that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. He's right there. baby. We just got stacked. We just got stacked. I had no spot left at all. That was it. Oh my gosh, guys. I just shot stacked. It looked a tick low. I hope it wasn't too low. But we'll know more. Holy cow, I'm so stressed out, guys. It's not as dark as it looks because the windows are all tinted. We have 5 more minutes of legal light left. And sorry with the footage being so choppy like that. It just, he couldn't get over me. Like over me because of the way the blind was set up. So he's got it on his monopod. It's hard to move around a little, so we had to film through the window. So I hope it was okay, but that buck is a monster. That's the buck we came in here for. And I think we just got him. I'm nervous about the shot. It felt good, but it looked like it might have been a little low. I didn't get a chance to rearrange him. So I hope I think we're okay. I don't know, let's see. It was a hard shot, I hope. What's up, champ?
Working on a bow, what are you doing?
Oh, just got done shooting one, baby. First night.
Are you serious?
Oh, I shot a doe. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, I shot stacked, the 7x5.
Are you serious?
Dude.
First night out, dude.
First night, man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh. Well, I had 2 plots to choose from, and my gut told me to go to the other plot, but cameras told me to come to this plot because he has to pass through the one to get to here, but he did something really weird. He was a mile and a half yesterday evening on the complete other side of the farm. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And I was going to go hunt over there. But dude, Missouri deer are so different than Iowa deer. And I'm like, I think he's making a circle. And I thought he was going to come back to this plot. So sure enough, man, I made the right call. Right at last light, he showed up. And I freaking smoked him at 30 yards. Well, I think I did. I hit I can't shoot out of these rednecks. I'm too big. So I hit the blind when I was aiming, and he looked at me as I was executing my shot, so I aimed low, like in the middle of the lower third, and thinking he was going to duck, but the bow shot too fast, and he didn't duck at all, and it zapped him. But I'm using, you won't believe this, it's so funny I'm talking to you, because I'm showing the camera as we speak, your broadhead, and my whole setup in Africa was tuned for your 100 grain. I switched literally 2 hours before I came out here. I retuned my bow, reset everything up, redid everything for the 2.5 inch beast that you make with Swacker. And so
I'm looking at it hanging on the wall right now.
yeah. Well, that sucker I hope saved me tonight, because I got my arrow and I'm shooting 90 pounds and it barely fell out the other side of him, but it's got this like weird film all over it, almost like gut bio, but I hit him real tight to the shoulder. So it's kind of a weird deal. So
Did he get broadside?
I thought so, but maybe, he wasn't. Maybe I thought he was.
Huh.
So
I'm sure you'll get him. How far up in him did you hit?
What do you mean? Like tight to the shoulder? I mean, like height-wise? I
Yeah.
couldn't tell in the video right at the last second. He had to film through a window because we couldn't quite film through the open window. And it focused on the window, and we kind of screwed up the shot, at least on the main camera. We think the GoPro might have caught it, but
Cool.
I don't know. I mean, it looked like maybe in the lower third, maybe in the middle, but
I got you. You should be fine, man. That's a big old cut going through there.
you know how deer hunting is, man. It's like if it can go wrong, it will, and it's what do you never miss, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, we're right. I missed plenty.
That's probably why. That's why you're so good. You've learned a lot, right?
I'm not scared to shoot. That's all I know.
That's why we're buddies. We hold high and let her fly. So
That's right, dude.
we get it
Arrow
done.
in the quiver will not deliver. That's my motto.
That is the best quote I've ever heard in my life. I love it. Well, bud, we shot him about 35-40 minutes ago, so I'm gonna hop down and go see if we can't get on some blood. I'll let you know if I get him.
Dude, I'm pumped. Yeah, keep me posted.
All right, we gotta go look for blood. I'm freaking out, but this makes me feel better. We all got those buddies and friends, and I didn't get to call all of mine. I wish I could have,
but I didn't. So if it got into the guts, if I just hit tight to the shoulder and just got brisket, it would be fatty and crap all over this arrow and probably some blood. The fact that there's no like actual blood makes me think that he was quartering to me. I hit him, I know, I can see the arrow hit right behind the shoulder. It was tight to the shoulder, middle third. So if he was quartering to me, that blood would have got wiped off by all the gut bile, or all the gut material and bile. And so, I mean, that makes sense. But if I did just get guts, I got him. But I don't think so, guys. It's impossible for me not to get everything else with where I hit him. So we're going to go look. I'm stressing out. We got to go. All right.
Yeah, there's weird fluid. It's like blood. It's weird. All right. We're gonna track him for 70 yards and that's it, because he's going into a bean field. If he leaves the bean field, we're gonna come back in the morning. Looking good, guys. Giving him an hour. Guys, look. That spray. We've only went about 30 yards, and that is like a heart spray. Oh, yeah, look. Oh my gosh, guys. Look, he's opened up. Oh. Look at this blood. Oh my God. Guys, look at that. I hit him. I got him good. He can't hold that. I must have hit the heart. And then... Whoa. He is gushing. Look at this. This is insane. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at that. What is that? It's weird. This is the weirdest shot in recovery I've ever done. I see a white belly. I see a white belly. There you go, bud. Oh my gosh. We got him. Yes. We got stacked. Oh my God. Look at this buck. Yes. He didn't make it 60 yards. Oh, the shot was perfect. It must have caught him right through the heart. Oh, look at that, guys. Wow. We're talking about an absolute Missouri giant. First sit of the season. Just unbelievable. This deer was our #1 hit lister in Missouri. And I'm never the first day guy. I'm always the down to the bottom of the ninth and pull it off. But this is a great change of pace. Wow, this buck is by far my biggest typical ever. A lot of you guys have seen Hollywood, and this buck is definitely bigger than him. I mean, truly just an absolute giant. Typical 7x5. And you know, this is a new farm for us. This is our first year. We hunted it late season last year. We bought it late in the year, and my family was able to gun hunt it, and
which was really cool. We got to learn a lot about the farm. And then this year, I put in so much exhausting work on this place, like you have no idea. Because we got pictures of him late last year, and I made sure nobody hunted him because I knew this deer was gonna blow into something really special. And so we put in all these new plots, and I did so much work. You guys follow us on Instagram, you know the work I put in. A lot of that was on this farm. You know, it's over a 1,500 acre farm, and it takes a lot of work to get these farms, you know, hunt ready. And man, it all paid off. We didn't get enough rain this year. As you can see, our food plots were really struggling, but they were just green enough to get them early. First sit of the year, I mean, that is not my style, but man, you talk about just an unbelievable year. It just doesn't get any better. I mean, we're just starting our year off, and it's not even October yet, and we got a big giant on the ground. I can't wait to get photos of this deer. I mean, man, what a buck. Just look at this deer. Good God. Just look at the mass. I mean, I can't even fit my hands around him. He's got tons of mass. Gosh, deer hunting is all about highs and lows. I mean, God, we were starting on the track job. You guys were thinking the same thing I was. Like, this isn't good. We need to back out. But I always like to give it 50 to 60 yards. And then when I started seeing that first arterial spray of blood, I knew we got this buck. And I'm so grateful. I actually aimed in the middle of the lower third, right tight to the shoulder like this, because I thought he was gonna duck the string. But my bow shoots so fast at 90 pounds, you know, shooting a 560 grain arrow, probably 315. You know, he didn't have time to duck before it got him. It just, man, am I pumped. Just an old buck, and just a great way for an old warrior to go out like this. Let's get some photos, guys. Man.
Oh, there's another buck. Dude, there's a bunch of bucks. I think that's it. That's it. I smoked him.
Dude,
We just got stacked.
first night, man, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God.
We just got stacked. I had
That's a big old cut going through there.
That's it. Look at this blood.
What a buck. Just look at this deer. Good God. Just look at the mass.